Suppose someone has got any such porn videos where there is child pornography. If they're having it in their device, they are not deleting it, they are not reporting it, and they have an intention to share it with someone else or transmit this via web platform, so that person will be considered as a person who will be violating this act. Supreme Court on child pornography. The Supreme Court has recently, not just today, a few days back also, Supreme Court has given this judgment on child pornography. So this is a very important matter, hence it was there. We had to discuss this last day also, but we could not discuss. So let's see what has been the observation. They are very much crucial observations. Okay. See, there is a POCSO Act and it's section 15. The section 15 says that any person who stores or purchases the pornographic material involving a child, but he is not destroying or deleting it or reporting the same to designated authority with an intention to share or transmit child pornography, they will be considered as guilty, or they will be considered as violating this act. Let me explain it in simple words. Suppose someone has got any such porn videos where there is child pornography. If they're having it in their device, they are not deleting it, they are not reporting it, and they have an intention to share it with someone else or transmit this via web platform, so that person will be considered as a person who will be violating this act, or that person will be considered as guilty. Second condition is, if there is any person who is storing or purchasing any such pornographic material and they are using it for propagation or transmission. Here it was intent, that they have not actually done, but they have an intent that they might distribute in the future. So that was intention. Second part is where they are actually displaying or transmitting this pornographic video, having child there, so they will also be considered as guilty. This is there in POCSO Act in section 15. Okay. Third is, any person who stores or purchases pornographic material involving a child for commercial purpose. Okay. So three categories are there. One, who is having it for commercial purpose. Second, who is transmitting or displaying it to someone else. And third, who are having it, they are not deleting and reporting it, and at the same time they might have an intent to share it with someone else. So this is one of the contentious now. In the second and third, there is no contention. In the second and third, there is no contention, because if someone is doing it for commercial purpose, they will be guilty. Second thing is, if someone is having a child pornographic content and they are displaying it or propagating, then also they are liable for this penalty or punishment. Now the first case, it was about intent, that whether the person is having the intent or not. So on this very part, Supreme Court has given the judgment. Supreme Court has simply said that if there is any person, if they are having the pornographic content, they have not reported it, they have not deleted it, then it will be construed, then it will be understood that they will be distributing it. So that is a change. There was main contention in this first part, intention. So people used to say that how you can prove the intention, how you will prove the intention. Intention is not something like it is not a tangible thing which you can prove that yes, he was going to transmit it. So now Supreme Court has said that if someone is having it in their devices and they have not reported it, they have not deleted it, it means they have an intention to share it. So even having it or having it stored in the device will be considered as an intention to share. That is first part. Second part, if someone is watching such pornography involving child online, if someone has got like second condition, first condition is if possession is there. If possession is there, it means clear intent of, it means clear intent of propagation. So that is the first observation, that if you are having it, then there is a clear intent that you might be propagating it. Second thing, watching online. Watching online. If someone is routinely, if someone is continuously or regularly watching any such pornographic content involving children, they will also be considered as violating this rule. Okay. They will also be considered as violating this rule. So, in short, watching child pornography will be considered as a crime even if someone is watching it online. Okay. So, if someone is watching online, then also possession will be considered. Then also possession will be considered. If watching online routinely means continuously, means almost every day, if someone is, or almost regularly, if someone is watching any such pornographic content involving children, then it will be considered that they are possessing that material, because they have the information that on a particular website or on a particular area you have the pornographic content. So that will be considered as a possession, and that person will also be considered as guilty. Third condition, accidental watching. If there is accidental watching, suppose that someone else has sent a person a link of any such pornographic content involving child. Okay. So person has accidentally opened it. Now in that situation, it is a duty on the person to report it. If they fail to report it, then also they will be considered as guilty. Okay. Must report, otherwise penalty may be there. Otherwise penalty may be there. Penalty may be there. So this is also one of the very this is one of the guidelines of Supreme Court with respect to child pornography. There is another part. Now, these are not acts, these are the observation of the Supreme Court, that how it will be construed now. Okay. There is no such thing like there is a new provision which has been added. There is now observation of the Supreme Court with respect to it. Okay. What about the site which is projected? That site is itself, like the persons who are having it, they will be considered guilty. But even those who are watching it and not reporting it, they will also be considered as guilty. Another part, if someone deleted, like suppose that if someone was possessing child pornographic content, but during the time of raid or during the time when people were the police was going to raid or capture the device, during that moment suppose they have deleted it. So at that moment they won't be able to find the video. Let us say that they were not able to find the video, but you know that with forensic examination and all other things, it can be proved that that device may have been containing the pornographic content. In that case also the person will be considered as guilty. Okay. If someone deleted from device, then also possession will be considered. If proved that video has been deleted. In short, you can understand from here that the Supreme Court of India has taken a very tough, or you can say that a very strict step towards eliminating any such cases of child pornography. So there is a absolute ban on watching or downloading or sharing of child pornographic content. Even if someone is not reporting it, that will also be amount to like violation of the rule. Okay. So see, this is one point. This is one point which you can put, that how the laws or how the judicial actions are trying to safeguard the children. Okay. So this will be one point where you can write that how the children are being saved by the actions of judiciary or the action of the government. So when you are writing about POCSO, you can also mention about the Supreme Court judgment. Okay.